Hi, Sohum. Welcome to
Hello,
Global
Dev.
Influencers Hub. Here
Hello,
we
Dev.
talk about the life journeys of social media influencers, and we cannot wait to deep dive into yours. When we talk about deep diving, it starts from your childhood. So tell us about how you were as a child.
Um, just as normal as any other child would be. Uh, Always consciously, unconsciously, I have been loving to dance. But then I'm from a Bengali family and I'm from Shillong, Meghalaya, born and brought up there. Of course, my mom always wanted me to be in any cultural field or any art field. That's basic in a Bengali family that
Bengali family. Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
need to know
Yeah.
something other than your
Yes.
studies. So
Yes.
that's when she introduced me to singing. She was like, "No, you need to learn this. At least, other than your job, corporate field, you should be learning something else so that you can earn money and you have something
Of course.
there with you for your life." So I said, "Okay, maybe let's go ahead with it." And I never say no to things before trying it.
Of course.
So I
That's
went
wonderful.
ahead
Yeah.
with learning singing, but somewhere down the lane, I wanted to dance. I didn't want it to be a dancer. I always loved to dance. Just the
Right.
music every time, even when my father is, taking me to my school, I'm listening to Bole Churia and maybe I'm just grooving into it. So I'm that kind of a
Right,
person. I always
right,
loved
right.
to dance.
Mhm.
Uh, that's when but I told, but then in Shillong, we do not have as much, like, we do not have Indian classical art forms being taught there. So we do not have that access. So just there is one class probably for Bharatanatyam. So, but then, you know, uh, society always put that thing that, okay, male people cannot go into Indian classical dance forms and etc. That
Right,
in in that set of time, there was there. Now
right.
it's much more open, much better
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. Right
Yeah,
now it's
much better.
completely different. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
much
yeah,
better space we are all
yeah,
into right now.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then, as a child, and because I come from a very small place,
Mm.
it was engraved in your head that okay, maybe we cannot go down to that level. And so I've never thought of challenging society, or these things never comes into my head. So I went on singing, loved the musicality, rhythm, and everything. I've performed in some shows. I've given my bisharat, but somewhere in my heart, I never probably 100% enjoyed it. You know, it never because I knew that I'm not a very good singer. That's that was in my head,
Okay,
but
okay.
because there's not a lot of male singers out there, and especially back then in my place, we were maybe called for everything, so we used to feel special maybe. But then I realized that it's because there's a scarcity of it. It's not because I sing good. So I do not want to do something just because there's not enough good people there. There are
Right,
many more good artists out there, and they need
right.
to come in, and we do not need to take space of someone else just because we are getting the attention. uh, I learned singing. I was doing good in it, and I'm thankful to my mom that initially I didn't understand, but now when I look back, I see that because of it, I know the musicality, the rhythm more better now, and
Of
I
course.
maybe once I lip sync also, I know how the singer is singing, or the sargam is
Mhm.
taken. So thankfully,
Right,
that has helped me a lot to shape my career in expressions.
right, right, right.
So I always wanted to be a fashion designer. I skipped that because my parents wanted me to take something more, which will for sure give you a job and you're
Mm,
safe with the jobs.
mhm.
Fashion designing is not something middle class family would uh, be very safe of.
Of
But
course.
my dad was very up for it and he never said no. Oh no, you cannot do this, or he's very strict or nothing like that. He went with me to the fashion designing school and he said, "Okay, you want to try? We'll go ahead." We went together. We saw the admission fees, and once I saw that it's large, it's huge, the amount, is when I
Mm,
skipped that, and I thought, let me just do what they want me to do because they are sponsoring everything of it, and I have some responsibility towards them as well. Let's go ahead with it, and they'll be never thinking wrong about me. That I'm very sure about. So go ahead with it. But I always knew that I wanted to learn dance once in my life, at least even for ever. If it's for even a year, I would learn it. So that's when I got my job. I came to Hyderabad. Is when with my own money I started to learn dance, so that no one can question me and no one can say that you have spoiled, पैसे तुमने खराब कर दिया या तुमने क्या ही किया and all of
Yeah.
those things to my
Wow.
head. Oh, so it
Right.
never should come to my face that, oh, because of me you are here. That bothers me up till now. No one should come and say me because of me you are here. This is my entire own journey which I have written for myself. Anything wrong happens to it, I will see for it. Anything happens to it, anything good happens to it, I'll bear the fruit of it. It's only me. So I should be bothered about my entire life. So that was my thought about it. Yeah, I
Cool.
spoke a lot
So
about it.
job is in what kind of job? Like what did you study?
So I studied BBA. I wanted to do BA economics, but
Okay.
then because of my mom uh, got into some health serious condition, and I was in Bangalore, I had to shift down to Shillong again and study
Mm.
my graduation there because I my mom needed me and she couldn't go through that depression phase because she really wanted me by her side. So I had to quit that and I got into BBA at that span of 3 years. And so after that, I got my job the college recruitment, and I got into payroll for US. So that's what I am continuing in HSBC right now in US department.
Oh, wonderful. Excellent. Excellent. So who has been your biggest inspiration?
The one and only inspiration I think up till now I can call off is only Madhuri Dixit. Only Madhuri Dixit.
Oh,
Only.
wow.
Yes, I
Okay.
cannot think or imagine any other person. I've tried my best to, learn from here and from there. But when it comes to expression, I go down the lane and only see her videos whenever it's required. So
Wow.
yeah.
Like, was there like one dance which you thought that is amazing? What was the first moment that you thought that, wow,
So
she's amazing?
of course we know how amazing she is and a good actress she is. We all know, have seen
Of
that.
course.
But
Of
because
course.
I never consciously thought of being a dancer, I never
Right.
channelized that thought while
Right.
watching her.
Right.
But I remember when Ye Jawani Hai Diwani was released, and I was still dancing within a box because once I tried, as I said, I do not say no before I try. So I have tried classical dance in front of, Durga Puja mein functions. We go ahead. So I tried dancing classical because they put that uh, what do you say, theme that you have to dance either contemporary and classical. I mean, both of them. So I did contemporary, and for me, classical in my head because Bhul Bhulaiya was released. So I danced in Mere Dhol Na, but in the male vocal. So I thought, okay,
Okay.
maybe this is what classical is for me at that
Mhm.
point of time. We didn't have access to internet and etc. So I danced there, and my group of people really, looked down on me, and because, oh, he's girlish, he's maybe feminine and etc. And after that, I think a lot of went on my head, and I stopped dancing for 6 to 7 years. Like any functions, I didn't dance anywhere. Of course, I danced every day in my home and closed my room and danced. That I did every day for sure. But one day, one of my sister lived beside me, and one day I was very comfortable with her. I just showed her a dance out of nowhere. We were just chilling, and I was just dancing in front of her in Ghagra, that song Ghagra by Madhuri Dixit. And she was like, "You know what? You should be doing this more often. I'll give you a challenge. You do this every weekend. You perform any song of Madhuri Dixit, and I'll be watching you." And somehow I also got the interest. Okay, we have nothing to do in weekends, so let's just do this. So I did that. I used to perform in various songs of Madhuri Dixit, and I used to perform in front of her. And that's when she told me, blessed, you have been blessed with expressions, and you need to go forward with it. Let's just channelize, think about it. But we used to still discuss within ourselves and finish it off and practice within ourselves and get it done. It's when after a long time, I think after my class 12 is when I saw Devdas. I'm sorry, I'm just stretching it because, you know,
No, no,
it's all
that's good.
interlinked.
That we want to listen to the stories. That
Yeah,
is what our journey. That is what our platform is about.
correct. So
Yeah.
that's when I saw Devdas. People will be like, Devdas is released like 2000. Why did you see now? So, but then I saw it very late. I'm not a very movie person. I'm not a very content assuming person. Uh, I mean, consume person. I went ahead and watched Kahe Chere Chere and Devdas. And once I saw Kahe Chere Chere and her expressions, I just knew that this is something I want to do for the rest of my life. I just knew. It was
Wow.
very magical. It was very magical.
That is amazing.
That's when I got and of course, by then we had access to internet. And when I searched, okay, Kathak and okay, expressions and Abhinay, and I got to know a little more. But then the source was Madhuri Dixit. So I cannot forget that source. I cannot. So
Of
many people
course.
say, why do you being a Kathak dancer or being a Kathak enthusiast, why do you look up to only Madhuri Dixit? They are, of course, better dancers. And of course, they are pure classical dancers out there. Why a Bollywood actress? But then she was the source for me. I cannot
Right,
forget her.
right.
It's
So
because
that
of her
was your
passion.
aha moment, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, it's because she portrayed that so naturally and with so much of passion in her eyes.
Correct.
I, as an audience, couldn't get back of it. Even now, I know each and every eyebrow movement she have done. So, of course, it has
Fantastic.
affected me, right?
Wow,
I
of
cannot
course.
say no to it. I cannot
Yes,
deny
yes,
the fact. Not at all.
yes.
Not at all. So, that was the moment when I knew I want to channelize into maybe Kathak, or this is something I have in myself and maybe I can do a little bit more. Yeah.
So how did the channelization happen? Like, what was it? What did you do next?
So as I told you, I wanted to complete my graduation. I didn't want to still tell my parents, okay, let me go ahead and learn dancing. And I have tried my best to go ahead and learn dancing. But I have faced because I was not like this before. I had very short hair. I was very skinny. I was dark skinned. So there were teachers. I went to them. I won't, of course, I will not take names, but then people would know. They take student based on their beauty or complexion.
Oh,
So I
I
was
didn't know
said
that
no.
existed now.
Huh? Sorry?
I didn't know that that still existed now.
Not now. I mean, like, I'm talking about when I was in class 10 or 11, I guess.
Okay.
So that's when I tried to reach out to her. And back then she was teaching male dances for sure.
Okay.
But I was denied that by saying this, that we do not teach male dances.
Oh,
It was just to say no. And I later came to know that she only takes students based on their l- so that she can place them and attract more students, and the class can have good names and beauty and everything. And I didn't have those things, and I didn't have anything to prove myself also. And so that's when I got to know, maybe this is an assumption on my head or something like that. This is what I came to know, or I
hmm,
understood.
hmm.
And I was never given that respect. And it has happened this even the second time when I went to her. I was mistreated. I was taken in a very, oh, you're nothing sort of a thing. Is when this is the two incident which happened from a teacher to me. Is when I decided, no, maybe I'll do whatever I want to do by myself. I got very hurt. Maybe it's a wrong thinking. I can agree with that. Maybe I shouldn't judge the entire society by just one teacher by there. But then said, let me just get out of Shillong and I'll find a very good teacher and I'll learn dancing for sure. And that would be all by my own. The first thing I did when I came to Hyderabad was find, even before finding out a PG, I found out a dance school. And I'm very lucky that I found out a dance school that was Akriti Kathak Kendra. And I started learning. And even within the 6 months, I got a lot of, people started recognizing me out of nowhere. Even the 6 months, like I didn't even know anything basics of Kathak, nothing I knew. I was just performing somewhere because there was an annual dance where everyone used to dance. So I just performed. Then I got a Hindu Times of India. The Hindu has quoted about me.
Wow.
They didn't know my name. They were just like the guy with long hair was looking like Shiva and all of those. I still have those. So that somehow, like, what did I do? I feel that was the most horrible dance I've done in my life. Like, there was no yarn of it. But then I was recognized. So I started realizing maybe I'm made for dance. Let me just channelize more and more and more. And but then life had other plans, and then COVID happens. I had to leave my dance class and go back to Shillong and stayed there for more 3 years. But I'm very happy that COVID happened, not because of all the misfortunes that had happened, of
Of
course
course.
not.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm happy because what COVID has done to my life was I got to know more about myself because I spent a lot of time with myself. And that's when I got to know that let me try making videos. If no one is giving you a platform and no one is, so what? I mean, like, let's try, see how the society reacts. You are thinking that might be the society is bad, and might be once you dance, people will throw all the trolls and backlash to you, but it might be a certain way around, and give it
Right.
a try.
Right. Right. Right.
And I always convinced, I told my mom while I was growing my hair also, I was like, unless and until I'm doing something wrong or something that is creating ruckus within the society or giving some problem to the society, I'm not a problematic person, or I'm not bringing any sort of a bad impression to the family. Let
Correct.
me do something. This
Right.
is for myself, and dance cannot affect anyone in a bad way.
No.
This is what I told my
An
parents.
expression of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like, if it has to
Right.
do something bad, it will do something bad to only myself. And that is
Right.
okay. I'm fine to do that. But it will not do anything bad to anyone other than
No.
me.
Correct.
If I'm
Correct.
doing bad dancing, then people will troll me. I'm fine with that. If I'm doing good, people will be happy with it. It's okay. But it is not affecting anyone else with me. So now let me do something of my own. I have listened all my life to everyone, and I'm a very society friendly person. I love to listen people and I love to care them. I'm not that person. Oh, I don't care about the society. I'll do whatever I want to do. No, I'm not that person. I love the society and I want them to be with me. That's what a person I am. So I just did that one video while I was in PG and I was still going back to Shillong and COVID happens, uh, and I saw that a lot of people has loved it and not even one single troll has come. So I was right. Maybe people is fine with it. Why not? And then you
It's in
know
your head.
it was in my head.
Yes.
And
Yes.
not only my head. A lot of people comes out to me and says that, "Ki, Soham, we are going through this, you are going through that. How do you overcome this?" I was like, it's just in our head that people would go through a lot. If you are presenting something good and something nice with pure honesty in Instagram, if Instagram is blessing those people who are giving this cringe content and vulgar content, and people are still going and watching that, you are doing something good. Don't stop yourself from doing that. Never. I mean, like, you are not doing anything wrong to anyone. Go ahead with it. So even I did it to myself. Of course, now it seems like, oh, such a nice person. He has not gone through anything. No, no, no. I have gone through those things where I was scared. I was not sure if I'll put this and that and etc. I was to do only male songs, male vocal songs, so the people doesn't misunderstand that I want to do a girl song because I want to become a girl or turn into a woman. No, nothing like that. I just love expressing each and everything. And because I am a certain way, I'm a little effeminate. The feminine grace in me is a little bit more, is when I try to do more of feminine songs. Because I think I can give more justice to those songs than that of a, if I want to do Shiva, no one would be sure about me if I can do Shiva. Because you have
Okay.
a thought process about Shiva. He's
Right.
big and he is, this, that, etc. Whatever we think about Shiva. But if I do Krishna, people will be a little more okay with it because they can relate. So there is a characterization about everything. So that's how I thought I can do justice to these songs. Maybe so. Maybe just try about it. And hence I started with all the male vocal songs. And COVID has shaped everything. And that's when, because we were all free as well, right? I mean, like, we didn't have much to do as well. So I did my job, night job, and every day I was very consistent with my Instagram. I used to post, and every week one video used to come from my end. I was very consistent because I used to love this thing so much. And neither in my head ever it happened that I want to become a content creator or an influencer, because I didn't even know these terms, by the way.
Of course. Yeah,
No one
yeah.
even knew that this can be like this big by now, how it is now. In COVID, no one knew that. So I just continued doing that with pure honesty, and I went on every day. And when I take something in, I make sure that I'm consistent with anything, not only dance. If I have committed to something, I will be committed to that thing till whenever I can. So I kept on doing that and kept on doing that. So it's so all thanks to COVID that it gave me all the time to do that.
Wonderful. So pretty much Instagram has actually shaped your dancing career or your dancing, that trajectory of your life.
Yes, because uh, no one will give you the stage. There are thousands and thousands of artists out there, much, much better than you, much better than you. And India is full of art,
Of
full of.
course. Of
It's
course.
not an American state where one person knows how to sing.
Right.
It's a state where I think even Kolkata, every gully, I think thousands and thousands of kids knows how to sing, and
Oh yeah.
equally good.
Um, every house knows,
Every house knows. They have
every
good voice.
house in Kolkata, then
Every,
the singer. Yeah.
Kolkata, Gujarat, Maharashtra, everyone knows how to dance. South Indian people, oh my God, they are all good with dancing. So everyone has that art within them.
Right.
So
Right.
it's such a big field that no one will come and give you that into the platter. You have to create that for yourself.
Correct.
And that's when I also thought, "Ki, okay, let me just do it. This is my phone. This is my Instagram. And I have the right to at least give. Of course, I am that much responsible that I will put only those content which is respectful, and with all dignity I'll put those things.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
nothing
Right.
era gera nonsense I would not put there, because you don't want, there's already a lot of nonsense going through in Instagram. You don't want one more. So I was very conscious that I'll put only dance videos and only expression related videos. And when I didn't get a good response from dance videos, I was like, that happened within COVID only. I started doing some comedy videos, and I was like, let me just try. The dance is not working. People are not liking, maybe. These things also comes down to your life, because
Of
you're not
course.
getting
Of
views
course.
and comments.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me just do some comedy videos. Maybe people will relate more. But one day, one of my friend came and told me, you know what? It doesn't suit you. You have that grace and elegance. I think you should carry with that. I was like, but other than grace, and also I have a different side of mine. I cannot be always graceful while
Right.
I'm not
Right. Right.
always graceful. No one is
Right.
always graceful.
No, of course. Of course.
And
Yeah.
so while I dance, while I'm portraying something, some character, yes, I have to get that grace. But I'm also funny. I'm naughty. I go around with my friends. I fight with them. So I have my other expressions in my own life. That's my personal life. So that's my character as well. So she was like, okay, but still, but then that thing, what she said, no, like it was just fixed in my head that some of the people just wanted you to be just a dancer, maybe. So I thought, okay, maybe I should just listen and stop questioning always. Let me just continue with dance. So that's when I started only dance videos and expression related videos. And I didn't have a lot of space back then. So I continued with sitting, and only the sitting choreographies was so loved by everyone, because one of the guy friend told me that, you know what, तुम्हारा शक्ल को हटा दो ना, फिर मुझे और कुछ मज़ा नहीं आता। सिर्फ़ तुम्हारा शक्ल देखने में, तो द एक्सप्रेशन इज़ ओनली व्हिच कीप्स ऑन होल्डिंग मी टू यू। He said it in a
Wonderful.
very
Very.
normal,
Yeah.
funny way, because I was
Right.
performing
Right.
one day. But that's my sister also heard that very clearly, and I also heard that very clearly, is when I thought, yeah, true, there are thousands of dancers who are much better than in technical field. They are much better with their mudras, postures, thousands of dancers I've seen there. So many good artists. Why would people see you? It's because one thing which, sometimes lack within a few of the dances which I see is expressions. And maybe I have
Feeling
that.
that with what they dance, right?
Yeah.
Right,
So
right, right.
I thought, okay, maybe I have that one bit. I might
Mm,
not have the other bit very much, but I have that one bit which a lot of people lacks into. So let me just channelize that. And if I have that, let me just bring that whatever I can. So that's how the thing shaped.
wonderful, wonderful, excellent. So, what's your creative process? Like, when you choreograph, is there a creative process that you go through with yourself?
Um, yes, the creative process is very funny, but then um, when I choreograph or when I think about a song or anything, is when I visualize everything, is when I'm traveling from my office to home or to my bazaar. It's that traveling distance, and I'm on my scooty, Rapido, whatever I am in. Since the beginning, I just visualize everything then.
Wonderful.
So that is my space. I nowhere, or else whilst I'm sleeping. So nowadays I've stopped listening to music while I'm sleeping because anyway I get a lot less sleep. So I've stopped doing that. But then once I travel, I listen to different songs. Is when I visualize how it should look first to me. So mine is
Wow.
in a little ulta process. So first people would think about what the choreography should be, what this should be, and I will think the choreography to be the last. I'll think
So
how it
basically,
should
you should
look.
visualize the scene first,
Yeah,
exactly what, and then you choreograph
yeah.
it.
So I visualize the character first, what the character would be doing,
Right, right,
how the character would look like in a certain way, what would she or he wear, how would she be dressed up, what characters extra I can put there because I'll be shifting my expression from one place to another. So what should be here, what should be there, and what the other surroundings look like. And that's when I start thinking about the choreography. So
wow. It's a
this is
very
what I
cool
feel.
approach, actually. It's called like in business we call the top-down approach, rather than the
Yeah.
bottom-up. And I think that's a very very successful one. I feel so
Yeah, that
wonderful.
just worked for me. So I just went on doing that. So before
Right.
I in the midst, I did really try that. Okay, now my choreography also has to improve. You can't. So you have these thoughts coming because people will be like, "सिर्फ बैठे बैठे कर रहा है." Why not? और कितना हम लोग देखेंगे? So you need to, of course, you also get thoughts. Okay, maybe I need to change. You need to do this, and I tried the different process. I tried choreographing first and then doing the characterization, but then it didn't work for me at all. I
Mm,
saw
mm.
that there was no honesty in my video, and I could see that in my eyes very, very, very clearly. So I shifted it back to where I was, and I didn't twist a
I think
lot.
there's one life mantra that usually I follow. If it's fine, then don't fix it.
Hmm,
You know what I mean? Like a lot of times there are like bestsellers, like some businesses, they have bestsellers. All of a sudden they want to change it, and then it's a mess. I mean, why
true,
would you do that? I mean, you can add to it maybe, but don't change your style or the approach
correct.
or something like that if it's working for you.
So
You know.
true. So I mean, like that. This example is so good. I can give this to so many people. I take so much time to like explain this process of mine that some people really. I have heard a lot of dancers who are famous dancers out there who have commented, not commented on my reels, but commented to my friends because we have all the people are same. We're all connected some way or the other. So I got
Wonderful.
to know that they have commented, okay, वो सिर्फ बैठे बैठे और कितना ही कर लेगा, और कितना ही हम लोग बैठ बैठ के देख लेंगे और कितना ही लड़कियों जैसा कर लेगा. They are themselves semi classical dancers. They are themselves choreographing.
I mean, the comments are going to be there. I mean,
Of
but
course. But then
yeah, yeah,
what
yeah.
I don't have a problem comments coming from a normal person out there, but I have a problem when you are channelizing the dance form. You are supposed to be an artist. You
Right.
cannot look down to another artist like that.
No,
Then I do
no,
not call you as an artist. You might be a very good dancer. Absolutely. I can give you 110% that you are much more better dancer than me. Yes, I have no insecurity in saying that. But you lack the qualities of an artist. So
absolutely.
uh, that's when these things happen. So thank you for this. So I don't want to like fix a lot of things because
No,
constantly keep fixing spoils your things as well. I've seen that. So
absolutely. Because absolutely, I feel that if something, because you already have built an audience
yeah,
around it. and clearly it's working.
Correct.
So I feel that's absolutely beautiful.
Mhm.
Absolutely, absolutely beautiful and spot on with that. Now, what's the most difficult choreography that you've worked on?
A mother who has lost actually the most difficult would be coming very soon. I'm still working and I'm really taking my heart and soul. I'm not being able to like still choreograph it because I think I'm not being able to portray that character very well. So that would be still coming. I'll not announce before I do anything. But up till now, if I have to say, that would be that mother who has lost a child, unborn child. And I took that, it just took me one take. I just sat with the camera, I just saw how I'm looking and etc. And I shot it, and it just took me one take. It was not difficult shooting that, but because my mom has gone through this, I just wanted to share that. And she shared me the emotion, etc. So it was somehow so deeply connected that I couldn't get out of that emotion for quite some time. It was just in my head that what did I do? I don't know if my mom will see this and how would she react. And but it was very pure of thought process for me. I just wanted to portray that, so I went ahead and do that. So it was a little difficult for me to sit with that and do that, but yeah, so maybe the next one would be more difficult once it comes off.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, have you had dance mishap on stage?
Uh, Not recently, thankfully. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my, I mean, like, how can I forget this? I was doing Mahabharat, so it was a very funny incident. I was doing Mahabharat. If you have seen my video, I was doing the Draupadi Chirharan thing, and somehow the entire audience was dark. Okay, so of course it was dark, and there was a lot of smoke, and I had to take like a lot of chakkas. I think 10 to 12, 15 chakkas, and just take chakkas because the sari was being opened. So you can't take a very balanced chakkar. You have to just take a chakkar. You are taking a swirl. So I was just taking it, and with the music, it was very fast, and I fell down. Fell down like
Oh,
I had to fall down. I like it was choreographed. I fall down, and when I looked up, and the act is still going on. Okay, so I thought that the audience is there, but it's so dark. I was like, where are the audience? I have to still finish. And I mean, like, where are they? It's so dark. I got so scared. I was like, did they just close the shield while I was performing? That's so insulting. And all these things are going in my head. I am still perform. I'm still performing.
huh, huh.
And then I suddenly took a turn and I felt opposite. You know, it was towards the against the audience when I fall down. And
Okay.
when I once I took a turn, and that's when I realized, oh, all the audience are there and they're still watching, and I have to
Oh,
get back.
oh, she was the opposite one. Oh my
Yeah, it
God,
was
this
the opposite. I
crazy.
when I fell down,
Yes,
it was
yes,
so
Sunday.
funny in my head. And I was still thinking all these things while I'm portraying everything of Krishna, Draupadi. And I was like laughing at myself, what a stupid person you are. And you have just seen. So that was very funny. So yeah, that is
Overthinking on our parts at times, the overthinking part just takes over at times.
yeah, I mean, like, because I just fell down and for a second I didn't see anyone. So how would you feel? I thought they have just closed off the entire shield and everything, and maybe they just
Yeah,
completed it. So yeah.
wonderful. Now, your Instagram presence is, of course, that's growing rapidly. Now, what's the secret of engaging your audience?
Secret. Understanding Instagram and algorithm is the most difficult thing. I have left that long behind, and so I like I don't try to even uh, find the way to get it. But I have understood my audience very well, thankfully. So I've seen that when I do something in the South Indian culture, songs, Malayalam, Kannada, Tamil, they shower a lot of love. Not that other song doesn't. Other song also gets a lot of love. But I don't know. Maybe they are so they just want the other person who doesn't know the language. It's fine. They find it very impressive when we try to do their language and express them. They give me a lot of love in even in messages, even in comment box. So I think once I do that, it's very challenging for me also because I do not understand the language. But because it gives me a challenge to understand a language and portray it efficiently so that no one can understand that I do not understand the language and the love that I get. So that is something I have understood, and being consistent and giving something what they can relate with. Initially, I used to do something which I naturally comes in and think about it, but since the time Instagram has glowed and people have started in millions and millions of people have started just reflecting into it, is when I started to understand how the people would want, like someone wants this story to be told in a certain way, someone wants
Right.
this story, so they message me. So that's when I understood, okay, maybe understanding the audience is very important. So what
Correct.
do
Correct.
you want to be
Because you're doing it for them now, you
correct?
know.
It's
Right.
more also
Right.
about them.
Right.
So
Also about that. Correct.
yeah, of course
Wonderful.
I am there, but then now because I am affecting a lot of other lives. Like Madhuri Dixit never knew how Kahe Chere Chere would do anything to anyone. She just performed it. For her, it was just a performance because she had to dedicatedly perform it. She never knew the what will happen to Soham in sitting in Shillong. She never thought
Long.
that.
No,
Of course,
no, no.
we as an artist, once we perform, we do not think so many things. Then, but then when I see how it is affecting lives, a lot of people has reached out to me, and a lot of people speaks about it to me. So when I see these things affected into them so deeply is when I start taking things very responsibly. So I start
Of course.
taking their own personal life stories and maybe and then portray that. So they love that. So that
Oh,
would be one.
that's fabulous. So what's the process usually? So you get a lot of DMs
Mhm.
and then you just interact with your audience?
I initially I tried a lot to do and I have replied to a lot of people. Now it has reduced, but I still try to reply to a lot of people. Of course, just hi and hello. I can't reply to a lot of messages.
Of
Just
course.
hi and hello because that would be a conversation, and by the time I say everyone hi and hello, that will go so
And
down,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
will
Yeah.
never become a conversation. People will think I'm rude, so I don't converse much more. But if someone is saying a story or they have shared me something about themselves, so I if I see if it falls down to my notice, then of course I reply there and then. And maybe if they're suggesting a song, if it's within my scope, I'll do that. Or at least take a screenshot and maybe I'll think about it later. So I do those things. So that I do.
Wonderful.
Engage with my students.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Is there a fan moment you'd like to share with us?
Fan moment as in like from me being fan or someone
No,
being fan.
someone being a fan of you.
Oh, a
Fan,
lot.
follower, whatever you call them.
Um, I've had quite a few lovely ones. Celebrities when they message me and they say, you are doing such good job, or anyone. Madhuvanti Bakshi, we spoke a lot with Madhuvanti Bakshi. I mean, like she is someone I look up to so much. She's
Mhm.
such a good singer, and I love her voice. I love the husky quality of any female singers. I love that thing. So I used
Yeah,
to
yeah.
follow her since a very long time. But then when she followed me back and she uh, shared her songs. I loved listening her songs. So of course, these are not fan moments. I am much more bigger fan of them. But when these things has happened, it has made me very happy. But one fan moment which still is my is in my head. Actually, two. I'll share both of them because equally important. One is who created my fan page. She's a 13-year-old girl,
Oh my
and
God.
yeah, she's very good with editing. And one fine day I was just thinking that I also deserve such beautiful reels to be edited and someone just praising me. I was just dreaming, this was in my dream, and that was the moment when I woke up and I saw that my fan page was open. So there was a
Wow.
so I don't know how did this happen. I spoke to her mom as well, and she takes me as my bhai, and she calls me bhai, and I call her Didi also. She's so sweet. She said, "I if I die also, this fan page should be continuing by you guys." So
Oh,
the relation how it built up. Uh, it's so surprising that it built up so well. We don't speak every day. Of course, I do not engage so much of conversation. I do not even go into a conversation with my friends also very often. But they are so good, and they always are there. There's a presence always there. So this is one. Second one would be a girl from Kerala. She just noticed my dance and she fell in love with it and my art. And she named her nephew, who's the first son of in her family, as Soham.
Oh,
And she's
that's
only
beautiful.
that's
That is
beautiful.
beautiful.
I have
Yeah.
just kept that moment in my gallery. Of course, I don't want to announce, go ahead and share stories about it because they're very
Yeah.
personal. I'm sharing it because, of course, it means a lot to me.
Of
And
course.
in my birthday, she went ahead and fed all the how do we say all the old age home people out there on my birthday because she
Wow.
wanted to celebrate my birthday. She doesn't know me. I have never interacted much with her before. I mean, like now, of course, I spoke to her, etc. But before, so that's such sweet things, and that's how you.
That
I
is
got to know. Oh my
amazing.
God, this is
That
really
is
real.
amazing.
Yeah,
That is
that's crazy.
that's when you think that, it's worth it. Everything that
It
you're
is.
doing is absolutely worth it.
Absolutely. So
Absolutely.
then nothing matters to me when I'm getting
Nothing.
so much of
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
And look
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the level of love. It's not like people just messaging, oh, I love you. This is
Yeah,
not the one. Look at
yeah, yeah.
the intensity of it. So how can I
They're
not
really
be?
wishing you well, it's genuine well wishes.
Yeah, genuinely.
Wellness, basically. Well
I
being.
might not even follow back, or I might not even text them when they are texting me because maybe I'm busy with something else. But they are still there with me. Somehow there with me. And I always want to tell them that I know that you guys are there with me, and I love that presence. Just that unspoken presence within us. I don't
That's
want to
what.
be in that relation or where I have to constantly tell you that, oh, I know, I am there. You are also there. I love you. And I'm not that person. There should be very much unspoken. There should be that just transparency within your people who
Of
you love.
course, of course. Yeah, yeah. Totally, totally. So is there like what kind of a pressure is there constantly for creating content?
As I said, when you are in the eye of people, there's a lot of responsibility when it comes to you. You there's a lot of things which I want might be as a person want to do. Then I stop myself. Okay, no, maybe not the right time. This is not the right time. Like wearing a sari also. I never knew how to wear a sari, nor do I know. Or never, I thought that I'll wear a sari and present myself there. It was just this year when I started doing that. And that was also a challenge for me when I thought, okay, my parents are there, my friends are there. How would they react? And I don't want them to think it in a very other way. It's because in my head, it is because of the character who wants to wear a sari and maybe that character wears a sari. So I presented it that way, but I don't want others to misinterpret me in a certain way.
Of course, of
So
course.
I had these thoughts in my head. Of course, going forward, I have a lot of these works where I need to open up, and you still need to go on improving yourself. There are a lot of challenges, but then once you decide to give it there, that's when I do not regret back because a lot of thought process goes into it, and I decide to give it to the Instagram, and then I don't think back.
Of course. Of course.
That's how it is. So I do not but of course there's a lot of challenges. I mean, like constant challenges which we face, getting the views. Oh, will it this work? Will people like this? And um what would the fellow dancers think? Oh, there's a thought process. Oh, this is the copied. This is the copied content. Oh my god, so much of pressure in your head. I'm like, so I stop those things in one box. I stop those things. Like I do
I think
not let
that's
it.
a good idea because it has to be a decision, more like a
Correct.
decision,
Correct.
that you know what, to hell with people's thoughts.
I
It's
mean, like
just me.
these are something. I mean, like art is so pure. I mean, like I cannot
Yeah.
constantly think about so many pointers and then make it such a conscious and robotic decision. Oh,
No.
I'll take this step only because they have not done this, and then I cannot do that. It's
Yeah.
not natural. Then it's not natural for me. I'll do what
Exactly.
naturally, instinctively
Yeah.
comes to me, and I'll put
Yeah.
it there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all.
I think that's your USP, and that's why
Correct.
probably you stand out.
Correct.
Because if it is too robotic, too planned, too everything, then it'll show.
And it
Because then
shows,
it will not be authentic
camera.
anymore. Yeah, yeah,
Camera holds your eyes so good. I mean, like they can capture everything, everything. So if it conscious, I tell even my students who comes up for my workshop sometimes, even a small consciousness can be seen in your eyes
of course,
if you're
of
conscious or
course,
fearful. So
of
you need
course.
to be a very good actor, or else just be there present naturally within that span of time. Either
Be
of that. Be very authentic.
correct, correct,
These two has to be either a very good actor who is even thinking or maybe you can't show in your eyes, either of that, or you have to be really authentic and natural and true stay true to your character.
correct,
Nothing
correct.
can save you from expressions, or else if you're doing it for the camera stage you can manipulate some things because you are so much in a distance from the people. So if something happens you can still jump into something, and the expressions are more larger there because stage, it's in a little distance, but camera is
Right.
so near that even your eyes capture so much. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Now, what do you think is one of the misconceptions about people from people about being a dancer on social media?
That it is very easy. It is not easy. A lot of things goes behind, a lot of money goes behind it, and no one is paying you for that. Instagram is not, let me just tell this, Instagram is not paying you any penny for that. Okay, the Instagram doesn't pay any bonus for any giving any deals out there, other than if brands are reaching out to you, maybe they'll pay you something and etc. Some song promotions, yes, they'll pay you, but other than that you don't get paid. So a lot of money goes behind it. My sets, my costume, makeup, lights, tripod, ring light. A lot of money goes behind it. Yes, because it's my conscious decision. I do not. I shouldn't be complaining, and that's not a complaint also. But this is one perspective, one thing, and secondly, the entire thought process to think about what you should shoot and how it should be shot, which light. Someday you're not feeling good, you have to still put on a reel because you have to stay to the algorithm, what Instagram has put. You cannot be like giving a gap of
Oh,
like three, four
yeah,
months and then coming
yeah,
back. You cannot
yeah,
take your own time.
yeah,
That
yeah.
that's not going to happen. So a lot of challenges. And then when people are seeing your trolls, your parents are seeing these, and my mom are very active in comments. I might not read the comments, but my mom will surely read the comments. So might be she gets hurt sometimes if something's wrong, or
Yeah.
thankfully I have not got through any such very bad comments. So I'm very thankful to the audience. But so these are challenges, of course, you face. So it's not easy at all.
Of course. Now, if you could collaborate with any dancer or artist, who would that be?
I think everyone knows the answer. It would be one Madhuri Dixit, but okay, let's not go to that level and let's be real and say what I really want to say. It would be Sadhvi Mazumdar from the female dancer, and or if it's one male dancer, it would be either Dwarpayan Chaudhary or Manish Kumar.
Oh, nice. Cool. So, what's your go to dance song that always gets you moving?
Kahe Chhele Chhele.
If you had to describe your dance style in 3 words, what would that be?
Um, Expressions, elegance. That would be
Can I say
it.
the third one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Grace.
Yes.
Of course. Okay, cool. What's the funniest DM that you've received?
Funniest DM. DM. No, I would say comment. I have not received a very funny. Though with a girl, I don't remember a lot of them, but then one that I is in my head right now it would be. अरे ये तो हमसे भी ज़्यादा लड़की लगता है, हम भी इतना लड़की नहीं लग पाते. So these are some girl who has commented.
I
It's
mean, wow,
hilarious. It's hilarious.
it's
So,
funny. It is a good, it's a funny one. Yeah, good one.
yeah.
Uh, if you could dance in any movie or music video, which one would that be?
Uh, I would say movie maybe if it's a solo shot or else music video.
Cool. What's a skill or dance style that you're working to master?
Mm, there are few expressions which I still need to notch on. One is of the anger. I do not know how to do that yet. A comedy genre, um, an obsession, and crazy women or a cunning woman. So these are few genres I'm still trying to enact in. I still need to work on these things. Yes.
Cool. What do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years?
Honestly, I'm a person who has never thought about a very futuristic thing because I am more of to live what the present calls for me, or maybe next week or next to next week. Other than that, about 5 years, I do not know. But next year, I would love to connect with my audience more often because they have been asking me to come and meet them once. So I'll try to do that so that they feel that I'm their real and just not a character.
Not there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, do you have a dance academy? Do you teach?
No, I do not have a dance academy. Not do I really think up till now that I want to go ahead with teaching. Uh,
Mhm.
because myself, I have not learned the art knowledgeably or
Correct,
technically, if you
correct,
say.
correct, correct, correct.
I cannot give something when I do not know the techniques because it's pure art and I need to have the responsibility with it. My choreographies I can take the responsibility with because I'll take the uh, you know details of it by myself. But dance is very vast. So a
Hmm.
teacher only would be very good if you want to go and learn the pure art. So not yet, but workshops, yes, I'll be taking more workshops to come out with how to express or how do I express, how is my process, just to teach about how I process my things. That's all.
Hmm. Hmm. Now, what's that one piece of advice that you'd like to share for aspiring dancers?
One thing that no one told me, and I have realized it for myself, and I like to say the same thing. Unless and until you are doing something wrong or doing a crime or doing anything which is causing wrong to your surrounding or parents and family, stop there. If you are not doing anything wrong, then go ahead and continue it. And if it's a passion of art which God has gifted you, then you should definitely channelize that because or else it will be a disrespect to yourself and God. So yeah.
Perfect. I love it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wonderful. Wonderful. We'll jump on to some rapid fire.
Okay.
Okay. So, what's the first thing you do when you wake
Uh should not do, but watch phone.
up? One dance move you can do anytime, anywhere.
The chuckers.
Oh, cool. Biggest pet peeve as a dancer?
Pet peeve as in like what annoys me?
Yeah, yeah. It's something.
When dancers take out their tongue and dance.
Oh,
Sorry, but yeah.
that's okay. Would you rather choreograph a Bollywood movie or perform on international stage?
International stage because I'll be representing my country and that would be much more of a respect than doing in Bollywood.
Right. Wonderful. One thing you never leave home without.
My phone and my earphones.
Ah, cool. Dream dance partner.
Uh, as I said, Sadhvi Masumdar or Manish Kumar Ayana.
Ah, okay. A guilty pleasure snack.
Pani Puri or Vada Pav.
Pani puri. Yeah, oh my God, yeah.
Oh God.
Performing solo or in a crew?
Solo.
If not dance, then what?
I'm already doing one. But then if it was my wish, then I would love to open my label of fashion or outfits, Indian outfits.
Oh, cool. Now, what's your hidden talent? We already know about the dancing part.
Hidden talent would be that I love to design my outfits, and that is one. I all design all my outfits by myself. Firstly, secondly, I am more into the creative field, so I love to do dream catcher. I made a lot of dream catchers, or I'll do bottle painting. I'll do something or the other. I do not like to stay just there. So, so these are
Wonderful. So some form of creativity, basically.
Yeah, some form of creativity.
Right, right. The strangest place you filmed a reel at.
Uh, Top of a mountain in a jungle, early morning, freezing. Shillong is freezing at that moment. It was January, I guess, or December.
Hmm.
So that was one of
Oh,
the.
okay. One challenge in life you're super proud of overcoming.
Um, that I would say that would be your own boxes that people are harsh to you and the society is bad. No, it is how you present yourself also is important. It is your thought process that the society and everyone is bad. It's how you interact with them and try to change their perception towards you. So yeah,
Best compliment you've received.
that after Madhuri Dixit, it would be you whom I reach out for any expressions. So yeah,
Oh, wow, nice. Good
so
one. Wonderful. What's a small daily habit that keeps you motivated?
that keeps me motivated. Listening to songs, I would say. It
Of course.
just gives me instant thought about something, some different character, and then I'll be like,
Any
oh,
favorite,
I need to do this.
any favorite song?
Favorite song, it changes according to my mood. My mood can be sometimes naughty, sometimes going into an item song also from a ghazal. So it changes every day. Maybe ghazals would be preferably there.
Oh, cool. What does success mean to you?
Uh, what impact I leave back to my surroundings or to the people who knows me, whatever
Mm.
impact I leave.
So, what is that lasting legacy you want to leave?
Uh, can this not be a rapid fire and can I just say a line extra about it?
Please,
Yeah.
please, absolutely.
Uh, Long back, I had a plan, and that was I was we were all children, I should say. So, but then long time back, one so I respect him a lot. So he told us in a group of bunch of friends. He said that there are two profession back then that is highly respected in our society. One is doctor, one is a singer.
Okay.
I don't know how much it stands true now. Let's not comment on that.
Mm,
But that is
mm,
so much in my head
mm.
that I thought over it. Yes, uh, it feels really bad. I would say that a lot of people might not know who Pandit Birju Maharaj ji is or Pandit Durgalal ji is, but everyone would know Kishore Kumar and Lata Mangeshkar.
Correct.
Not that I have a problem in knowing Lata Mangeshkar and Kishore Kumar, not at all. I'm saying, yes, that is true. And I kind of want to disagree, but I have to agree that yeah, maybe because song is there in everyone's life, singers, and we can connect very. Music is so
Mm,
much deeply into
mm.
us, but dancing somehow still a lot of family thinks that it is not a very respectful thing, or people can analyze that. So if I can leave that legacy behind that, dance is also a very respectful art, and it takes a whole lot of persons, not if not me, a lot of artists has given their entire life for this art form.
Of course.
So it is also a lot of pain and gain involved in it. So this is also should be respected as equally as any other job in the world, any other job.
Absolutely. It's a complete self expression and it's such a beautiful art form.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. So, what's next for Soham?
What's next? You know what? I have been reached out for many things for a lot of work, okay? Like some really good work. But either this or that, or something happens, or maybe my job comes into the bit in the midst, or my city because I cannot travel lot frequently. A lot of things didn't work. Or else I would be really happy if all of those things have worked. But then, so I don't want to comment on what's next unless and until it's happening because I'm like, oh, all is like jinx is happening, and let me just calm down. So I do not, I really don't think unless until I've done that thing already, and then I
Okay.
can completely
That,
announce it. So
that,
maybe
that makes a whole lot of sense, and that's totally fine. That's fantastic. Now, I think it was so nice and fun talking to you, Soham. We've come to the end of the talking session. It was a beautiful conversation that I had with you. Really enjoyed. How did you think about it? What did you think about Global Influencers Hub? That would mean a lot to us.
So honestly, thank you to this hub who has reached out to me first of all, and a lot of people doesn't know about what the journey is behind one's success. People think, oh, it's their Instagram and you get one day millions of views and you're fame and it's just one day thing. No, it's a lot of hard work behind it. And thanks to you guys or anyone who is doing there out there, of course, for bringing this upfront. It takes a
Right.
lot to hear out a journey. No one has the patience to nowadays. So it takes a lot of time, patience, and also the affection that you would listen out to someone. So thank you so much. I've seen quite a few videos out there that you have read down, or you're connected to such beautiful people, and they have shared their journey. So you are doing a great job. Please go ahead and do that. And I had a podcast last week as well, and I said the same thing. I'd like to say the same thing here as well. That Instagram is filled with wrong things and vulgar things and everything. When you guys decide to bring up genuine art, I'm not talking only about myself, anyone else there, when you are taking that conscious decision of bringing genuine art and genuine people who are doing good work in out there and knowing their story, it means a lot. It shows how much responsible you are towards the society as well,
Of course.
and what
Of
you want to
course.
portray Instagram to be a very clean and nice place where the society understands that these people also exist other than
Of course.
those people.
Of
So it's
course.
a huge thing. So thank you so much for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All the best for everything in life.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye, Soham.